Actually live. So welcome. We will again just give it 2 seconds. Need to send in links to places and stuff like that, but we should be underway very soon. So enjoy the hopefully not copyrighted music. Oh, actually, maybe I should switch that off.
She had not been 2 weeks from shore, but down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the whaleman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the whaleman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Any requests?
I think we'll leave the music for later, boys. I think we should have a few musical interludes, get some ready.
No. Did you hear the Obama one?
Yes, I saw that, yeah. I'm gonna send this into DCC, maybe. Right. Nobody adds people, grand.
What's your opinion on Coco getting deleted from YouTube?
I think it's a little bit harsh.
Everyone gave YouTube a 1-star rating on the Play Store. Yeah, it was an attack. It was an attack from the PewDiePie subreddit. Everyone was just like, you know what you did. Two days. I downloaded it onto my phone, so I have it. I have it. I don't have the video, I have the song. I want to see myself, yeah. It should, unless they delete all the 1-star reviews. Well, that's what TikTok does. What is it? It was at like 4.6 yesterday. Well, it's 4.2 on the Play Store. It has gone down. Yeah.
Alright, so, I think we will start.
This has got 6 million reviews the past day.
Oh god. 6?
I cannot. Yeah. It was at like 89 yesterday when I did it. And it was at 4.6. Now it's at 4.2 with 94 million reviews.
Right, so, hello everybody, we'll get started. Oh, hello. Hello to... Yeah, so, hello everybody. I know we're a little late. Starting. So today what we're going to do is a little bit of a chill stream. We're just going to talk about first cars, actually, as well. We have Live War 304, who returned from the last stream, Mr. Grave, and Mr. Owen is apparently coming on some stage. So today we are going to try and do a McLaren P1 Wersteiner West stream, or livery, sorry. But I did want to talk a little bit also about digital car culture, because some of you may have seen, if you read digital car culture, that I was invited to do a livery challenge a little earlier last month for issue 3. It was the 5 best livery designers of DCC. there was a montage put together by Afraid Racer, who is watching now as well. You can go and watch him. Highly recommend it. Really, really well put together videos. But this is the livery that I finally kind of ended up doing. So this is a combination. I did 4 or 5 liveries in total. But this is a combination of the hexagonal kind of pattern from one of the liveries and then a camo livery as well. A little bit messy at times, I think. I'm overall kind of happy with it. But yeah, I think in the end it didn't turn out too bad. So thank you to Afraid Racer for putting together all of those designs. You can see the other people's who are a little bit better than mine, I think. But yeah, go watch the stream there. But today we are going to put together a McLaren livery. So this is the basis, the McLaren P1 GTR. I've already gone ahead and chosen the colours for it, but I might have to change it a little bit. So yeah, I thought that I would get some people on here today, the likes of Livewire and Mr. Grave, because doing liveries is cool and all that, but there's only so much I can actually talk about. So I've decided that we're going to do a little bit of, I suppose, maybe a podcast, if we can call it that. Maybe we'll call it a podcast in the highlights if I ever do highlights. It's something. So we have a few things to talk about today. First thing is first cars. And we have actually... What first cars are people looking at and that kind of thing. So we're going to hand it over to Mr. Grave, because of all the people here, he is the one that is closest to actually buying his first car. I'm also looking at Borked, who has joined, the 1.9 million viewed video man.
Subscriber.
Yeah. Hello, Borked. Much appreciated coming down here today. So, Mr. Grave, you are hopefully starting lessons pretty soon. You're getting your theory done very soon. What are you looking at in terms of first cars? What's important to you? Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there. Afraid Racers has commented we can't actually hear you. So let's have a look at audio sharing settings. I'm sorry about this. Include microphone from headset. That was actually, you did really, really well there. I'm so sorry. Right. Sorry. Part. Okay, go ahead. Let's just 2 seconds. I just want to make sure I can actually hear you, so I'm just going to back out for a second, and I'm just going to mute myself and see if I can. I'm sorry about this, guys. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, can you guys talk amongst yourself for a second and see if I can hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I think it is. Mm.
Yeah, Nathan, we can't hear you. We can hear we can hear Jamie, no problem, but we can't hear you.
Okay.
We can't hear you. Yeah, cheers. I'm sorry about this, and I'm sorry to Razor, but he has actually been watching Bort's video. Um,
Oh, nice.
and
Like
yeah,
and
very, very
subscribe.
nice. Yeah, if you don't know who Bort is, he's one of my good mates. And
He
he's
was
so
blessed by the algorithm a few months ago.
he's got way more subscribers than any of us. He's got way more views than any of us because he did one video. His only creation, yeah, his only creation. Yeah,
It hurts.
it does hurt. It honestly does hurt. But yeah, so thank you to Fred Racer for coming. And as I said, go check out his video that he did of all of the things. But thank you for joining today. I know you have a very busy schedule, and I think you are doing the.
Yeah, I saw that video. I thought it was well put together.
Got to practice for Bathurst. Yeah, I was just about to say I think you're doing Bathurst. So yeah, thanks for joining today. Really appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be doing another video at some stage, and yeah, hope to see you in DCC sometime soon. So good luck. I will be watching that Bathurst. Go check that out, by the way. Tomorrow, the 1.2 hours of Bathurst, we are doing running Team DCC in there as well. I think Charlie Roscoe is doing that. I might have to look at the details about that a little bit more. I haven't been on DCC Discord as much as I wanted. But yeah, so we'll let you go. Afraid Racer, thanks for joining today. So I guess it's now back to just us talking about cars. And it is just you and me. I think
I'll
Nathan
talk
has
about
gone
car.
off.
Yeah, he's gone for a little while. I'd like to talk about the Volkswagen Up
Oh,
and what's your opinions on the GTI version of that car?
I have seen it. And I am a big fan. I don't really get the point of it because it's as the Volkswagen Up. It is a city car. It's basically just meant to get around a city. It's just meant to be small, compact, and fuel
It's like
efficient.
a box.
It is. It is a washing machine, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't really get the point of having a GTI version because it's less fuel efficient and more sporty. Two things that you don't want in a city car. So I don't really get it. That being said, I think it's kind of cool.
It looks like a baby Polo, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it does. It does.
A new one is only 16 grand.
Wow. Only 16. That's for a new
And
car. It's kind of surprising.
for a new car, and I assume it has a bigger engine in it. All new specs. Be alright, but it's still a Volkswagen Up.
Yeah, it is still a Volkswagen Up. Okay, I'm trying to find out how I'm gonna approach this livery because it's not going very well so far.
Do you say it's a McLaren?
It is. It's a McLaren P1 GTR. It's the race version of the P1.
So it's currently silver.
It is.
Guys, just
Or
check.
chrome.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I will
Yeah.
just check that
Yeah.
the stream can.
Can you check now? I've actually allowed for my share voice settings here on the voice chat, so I should be still okay to use on the phone. Right, I'll just let Isaac test that now, and I'll try and crack on with that. If it's
I can hear you
successful.
on the stream, so everything is good.
That's brilliant. Okay,
Yes.
right. So you just go ahead and then I'll whenever you're ready, of course, and I'll go on to the next part of it.
Yeah, I think we'll continue with Livewire because it's a very interesting conversation we're having actually about the GTI Volkswagen Up.
The GT, the Up is quite. I don't think it deserved the GTI badge. It's not exactly a car I would have recommended to hype up exactly. To put on the horsepower. I could see some idea of it. Maybe if you want a bit more excitement, but again, as you said,
it's
Isaac,
still
a car.
a 1 litre engine.
It's still a 1 litre engine. That's what it is. It's. I just don't see the point of it. You know what I mean?
But
I do, yeah.
It says here it can reach 122 miles per hour.
Oh, that is pretty impressive for a washing machine.
I am impressed.
That's quite impressive. But would you have it? That's the thing. Would you own a Volkswagen Up GTI?
Personally, for me, no.
I don't think so.
Would you pick
Even
that over
16 grand is tempting for a brand new car.
It is. But even despite the price, would you go for obviously the more expensive Volkswagen Golf GTI, which of course you wouldn't be a madman and not. But would you be tempted at the lower price and go for the Volkswagen Up GTI?
If I could afford both, I would go for the Golf.
I think so as well.
Simple as.
Yeah. I just couldn't see... especially in Ireland, especially rural Ireland, it is absolutely no use.
Oh yeah, if you're in Dublin,
yeah.
If you, as we were talking about this before we came on, about college courses, and I'm currently looking at one in Temple Bar. And for any of you who don't know what Temple Bar is, it's in Ireland, and it's basically the kind of bar central of Dublin, but it's right slap bang in the middle of Dublin, and it's bonkers in terms of traffic. So that there would be perfect for a Volkswagen Up. But I wouldn't think much anywhere else is.
It wouldn't be useful in Bohermeen, in the bogs near Bohermeen. Definitely not.
I don't think it would.
The Sportage itself struggles, and that's an SUV. So
that's another thing I want to talk about actually later on is SUVs.
Oh, okay. That's brilliant. Like, what SUVs are we?
I have an idea for your livery.
Isaac.
Oh yeah.
Lightning McQueen.
I could do a Lightning McQueen one.
I like that, yeah.
I could totally do one.
I am speed.
Are we able to get eyes on the front?
Sadly, with Gran Turismo, you cannot. On Need for Speed, you can do window decals. You can literally, like, people make cars, but sadly for this you can't. It's one thing I want for Gran Turismo 7 is window decals.
Hopefully that'll come. I'd say, knowing that it's been so successful, that they'd obviously put more interest into it, put more money into it, and advance that subject more with deliveries. Which I think they would. I don't know. I haven't looked into it as much.
Yeah, honestly, the Gran Turismo livery system is the best that I've used, and is probably the most simplest to use, I think. Because you can download decals. Okay, the only thing I would change is that when you go into the menu, as I'm about to do now, that you can download decals from here. Because if you miss one decal, you have to save the livery, go back out, find it, download it, then go back into livery, and that just... It's kind of off-putting. It's a pain. Yeah. It is a pain. So the only thing I personally would change is to be able to go into your decal library and download stuff. Also, 1,000 decal limit, not a fan of. Because I've had to delete decals and then get decals pretty much every single livery. Like, if you're just a novice at liveries, yeah, 1,000 decals will do you fine. But if you're doing this... It's such a pain.
Pro.
Well, I think semi-pro for me. I'm not quite a pro, but yeah.
Hopefully, in the way that the next, in Gran Turismo 7, we will see an advancement of the technology used in the liveries, and the way that they've laid it out will be much more accessible for yourself and a lot more easier, and especially with the saving part of the thing and looking into more templates and such as well. I'd say hopefully now. When is Gran Turismo 7 coming out?
I'm very glad you asked that question. Nobody knows.
Yes.
There has been talk of Gran Turismo 7 dropping June, July, but the first trailer was dropped. I think it was June 30th last year, and we haven't been able to do. We haven't got any trailers. We haven't had any more details since.
Okay, I'm looking at Tech Radar now, and I'm just trying to see if I can find a release date. Again, sometime in 2021. There is no exact release date. It doesn't look like it's going to be something we can guarantee will come out early this year, or perhaps even later. We don't know. This could be pushed back easy enough.
It's been pushed back. See, it was currently first half of 2021, but then it was put back into development, which makes no sense to me. But yeah.
Well, just all we have to do is hope we get it sometime anyway. Hopefully later on this year. But it's no guarantee. Sadly.
Yeah, this is the same. I mean, I'm looking to get a PS5 currently. That's not going to happen until second half of this year. So for me right now, it doesn't make a difference. But I would like to know when it's coming out. That's the only thing.
And also, you're also looking for a racing wheel and a kit for that, almost like a rig. Give us some models you're thinking of, and what would actually be a decent budget also, especially for all the viewers out there who'd be quite interested in that.
That is a really fair point, actually. Thank you for bringing that up. I am looking. I currently have my trusty old Thrustmaster T500 RS racing wheel. I bought it back in 2016, 17? I think it was 2017. Because, it was when I bought my PS4. No, I bought my PS4 like 2016. 2015 or 16, anyway, around then. So I've had this thing for about 5 or 6 years now. And I love it. It's done me really proud. I've had no issues with it. It just makes a slight noise when you play it for too often when it overheats. But it's fine. However, recently I put it onto Dirt 5 and it doesn't work. Which kind of says to me, and I've been reading online, that it won't work for PS5. So sadly, I have to part ways with my Thrustmaster T500 RS. So I'm currently looking at a few models, and I'm currently looking at a budget. So my budget, and a reasonable budget, I think, for a mid-range, just you like to drive, but you're not doing esports or anything like that, is about €300.
Slapping gears.
Slapping gears.
Yeah, you see, if I was to have, a racing kit like that, I would need the Logitech gear stick. Yeah, I don't know the exact name for it, but
yeah,
I would love to have that. That would be something that would be a must for me because, again, as Livewire just said, you gotta slap it in the gear. I couldn't have the automatic or the flappy paddles as such. You gotta have it. You gotta have it, the manual feel of it, the clutch system. Slap it in the gear, ready for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's annoying because I have a clutch pedal. I have the Pro pedals. I have a clutch pedal, and I don't have a gear shifter, so it is a little annoying. But yeah, I agree.
How much that is new? How much is that new? Let's have a look.
Probably
now.
About 80.
I
would take a stab at.
Logitech driving. Okay, so on Amazon they're selling their one, the G920. The four shifter, driving four shifter for €46.82.
That's okay.
That's brand new. That's a decent price. If you're going to look at the kit though, I was looking on Dundee a couple of months ago for like a kit and everything, and you can get some absolute brilliant deals. You'd get like the full kit. You'd get the Logitech G27 with it. And the gear shifter Not to mention the seat, the frame, all for the price of about €350. Now, if you look at
Really?
that, the value of that you're getting is amazing. But you take consideration that we've also got lockdown here in Ireland. We're in level 5, and obviously transportation and getting there with that, it's such a big thing. Can't really be posted, maybe delivered by courier, of course, but that would be expensive.
Very expensive, yeah.
So your options of getting that is quite slim. And usually these things are, sadly, you see, I'm living in Meath right now, and Donegal is not exactly the most suitable place to get this. So that's the only thing, you know what I mean? It's upsetting that you can get such good deals, but so far away and unreachable.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Only thing, I mean, some of the play seat things can be very flimsy. I mean, I was looking at getting one myself. I ended up just going for a normal gaming chair. Looking back, I probably would have got the play seat I was looking at. But they are a little bit flimsy. They are kind of often to break. But
That is the
yeah,
thing, you see. You never know with, especially when you're buying online. You're not sure if it. All you can rely on is reviews, really, and hopefully, now, there is some good ones, some reliable ones. But then again, as you said before, some seats can be horribly flimsy, and you know what? They break. And what can you do? Like, you're gonna have to rip apart, maybe try and put something else onto it, and that'll cost you extra money. And what can you do? It's just it's very hard to choose really what kit you want really, and what's reliable, what's good. I'm just gonna go into Amazon now and see what I can find for us here. See if we can find any decent steering wheel.
I
So
mean,
I'm looking at a steering kit anyway.
yeah.
What was it?
For me
There's a couple
personally,
here.
I'm looking at about 300 quid. About a Thrustmaster T300 RS would pretty much be what I'd be looking at. It's
And
three pedals. Sorry, you go ahead there.
Okay, not too bad. Would you be interested in a Logitech G920?
G920
Yeah,
or a G29.
No, G920. It's got the clutch system there, everything like that. Steel paddles. For £219.99. So I'd say about €230, €240, and it's a really reliable kit there. And that's what I was looking at as well. And you could also go for the G29 as well here.
See, the
That would also.
G29 isn't an upgrade for me. Now,
That's the thing, yeah.
necessarily, I don't need an upgrade. I just need a wheel that works. But if I'm spending the likes of 300, I'd like to think that I'm getting a little bit of
Yeah,
a
movement there.
a little
Upgrade.
bit of an upgrade.
I get you 100%. And would you be interested in getting these frames? So I'm looking here. I know you got a good setup at home, but would you be interested in getting these frames here that would kind of mimic the inside of a car type of thing?
If I had the
Um,
money, I probably would. But at the moment, I probably just don't. I don't really think I'd have enough. Yeah.
See, if I get work over the summer, I definitely think of, if I was to get a kit, I'd try and see if I can find, like, especially if I always look on Done Deal and you'd find these great deals. Hopefully, if it's the right time, the right day to do it, and the right price, importantly, I hopefully might find something. And because I'm on PC, I won't have to really get to upgrade it yourself for the PS5. I can just go for exactly the Logitech G29. That would do me perfectly. Or that would do PC, wouldn't it? It would, yeah. And I'd be happy with that. Yeah, that should do it.
I
If not,
think.
the G920 would definitely do it anyway. They both do PC, it says here.
Okay, yeah, I think it. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably should do PC.
But I'd love to get the gear shifter as well with that. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Be good crack. But yeah, that's the way to go about it. Right. So I can see now your livery is looking absolutely gorgeous now.
It's
absolutely
starting to get there.
fantastic.
It's starting to get there. I mean, this is only the start, but yeah.
It's only the beginning, man. It's looking lovely though. Any
So,
other cars you're thinking of doing a livery on?
well, I'm trying to just get money at the moment in this game because money is quite hard to come by these days. Um, that being said, I'm possibly gonna do one on maybe the Mercedes 300e postage stamp kind of livery or car.
Okay, that's
Very
not bad. Yeah, that's
famous.
nice.
Yeah, very famous AMG. Uh, Apart from that, nothing too much at the moment. Just trying to get enough money to get cars going. Um, so I think we will go to your segment that we were very unfortunate
Right,
not to actually go for next.
Yeah.
where I was silent on.
You were
Right.
silent.
Okay. Let's begin. So, yeah, I'm 17. I'm doing my theory test in April, and I'm planning to hopefully get a car. Hopefully this year, probably next year. It's most likely. And you want to have the best bang for your buck, and a one that's not going to cost you a lot in the future either, especially with the
Citroen
insurance
C3.
Yeah, the DS3, isn't it? I was checking now. Let's have a look. Yeah. So basically, you want to look out for a car that has a small engine because you don't want a high road tax. Insurance is not really. You can't really avoid the prices of insurance that much. You can't change too much at all. But the price of road tax you can change by going for a car that has a smaller engine, a 1.3, 1 liter. If you want to be daring, a 1.6. I wouldn't advise a 2 liter engine as your first car because it's not going to be just lethal. It's be lethal on road tax. You're talking about for a diesel anyway, €710 for your average 2 liter diesel. I'm not exactly sure if petrol round the same. Is that I'm pretty sure is that right, Isaac? Round the same for petrol as well, is it?
About that, yeah.
About that. So you want to be mindful of that as well. I recommend now, especially for you want a car that's also new enough as well. Now you could get away with some older cars, but bear in mind your road tax is still going to be bumped up slightly there. So I'm just going to go into cars, and there was one car Isaac mentioned to me, and I quite liked the idea of it. It was the Citroen DS3, was it?
It was indeed.
Um, and you wanted to go for the racing one. Now I think
Oh
it's
no no
out
no
of
no no
our
no
hand.
no.
No, definitely
I'm
not.
I'm trying to get a DS3 to make it look like. There's no chance in hell I'm going to get a
make-
DS3 racing.
It's like 14 grand, definitely not. But I like the idea of what you're trying to do with it. With this, like it's quite a good idea. Now, if I just try and go into motors there and done deal, and see if I can
For
find a
anybody
couple.
watching the stream back, I will have a picture of a DS3 up on the screen.
Perfect.
Hopefully,
Not a 3DS.
not a 3DS.
Are you sure? You might add that as well. We might get that as well.
We might
A
get
red
that.
Nintendo DS.
So we have now. I'm looking at one here now. It's in Northern Ireland, Tyrone, a 2011 DS3, £2,600, about how much is that? About 2,800, 2,900 euro. I think I might be wrong with the difference, but it's there. Now the only problem is it's diesel. It's a 1.6 liter. So I'm guessing it doesn't show me the road tax right now, but the road tax on that is going to be about 400, I would say, for a 1.6 diesel. It's got 146,000 miles. That's another thing you must be mindful of is how much miles is on the car, because that can tell you how much has been used, and be mindful that where it is exactly. If it's a city car, if you're buying one from Dublin, it's most likely now you can't trust this exactly, but it's most likely been used in Dublin on nice roads. If it's in a rural area, that car could be driven on much tougher roads, and that could deal damage to the car itself. So areas where you're buying the car from is another factor to look out for. Also, how many people own the car, so that's another factor. But I'm looking at this DS3 here, Isaac, and it looks stunning. It's good space, and it's a good engine actually as well. But overall, it's a nice car. Let's have a look at a few more of these. Let's see. 2011 DS3 in Wexford, 4 grand. What was your budget you were saying, Isaac, for yourself?
Well, you see, this car will probably depreciate a little bit more as time goes on. But at the moment, I probably will have a budget of about maybe 3,000 to 4,000 would be my max budget.
Right, and I've got a couple here. I've got one here for 3,300 in Derry. I'd probably stay away from North right now.
Yeah, I would too. No offense to anybody from Northern
fair.
Ireland.
It just has to be done. It has to be done.
I'm sorry. Sorry to all of my Northern Irish fans if I have any at all.
Bort is not going to be happy. He's gonna.
Bort is not going to be happy. No.
No,
he's not from Northern Ireland.
Especially because I just said Derry. But I'm going to actually look at the racing one actually and just have a look at it. Now, price is 14 grand, way out of our budget.
Way out of our budget.
As Isaac said,
for 2 more grand, you can buy a Volkswagen Up GTI.
Ooh, we all know what we get.
That's something you can get, my guy. Yeah, I'm staying well away from that thing. Definitely.
Don't know why.
Now, Isaac.
Yes.
I think we know. I think we know. Right? Ice Mac. Yes. That's actually your new name. Ice Mac.
Ice Mac.
We can obviously. I mean, you could try and fiddle around with the engine or try and modify. I wouldn't. I would stay away from, especially with the age. It's a 2015 car.
Yeah, I wouldn't modify it. Would not.
But tell me, how are you gonna? Like, I can see what they have here. Obviously, you can stick stickers on it, everything like that. Maybe you can change the calipers to a red caliper, upgrade the brakes maybe, if you wanted to.
Change the badge.
Change the badge.
What would you stick it to? Ferrari? I mean, just get a Ferrari badge and slap it on it.
A Vauxhall, obviously.
Do you want to take my Astra? Don't mind it.
Convert it.
But, yeah, it looks grand, like, and that's nice fun. If I was to look at other cars, I know a friend of mine who's getting a Bora. So if we look at a Volkswagen Bora, they have
set fire to
they're nice. They're a nice enough car. Are the Boras? But would you trust them? I don't know. Would you go for a Bora, Isaac?
I wouldn't. To be entirely honest, it's a little too old for me. I like Boras. I like the style of them. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think a Bora would be my first choice car.
I don't think it'd be my first choice either. But I do like how old it is. I like old enough cars as well. It's not a classic by any means, but it's still a nice enough car, and it's quite modifiable. If we look at, let's see. Ooh, let's have a look. I'm not getting any Boras right now. But there's one for a 650 in Ashburn, and it's decent enough, Nick, and everything like that. And my friend was gonna drop the suspension slightly, reduce the suspension, obviously to lower it, like your
Race My Rides. Yeah.
Basically. Would I do this with my car? What do you think, Isaac?
Well, I mean, what are you looking to get? Like, what car are you looking at in terms of your first car?
My first car, right? You see, I go in and out of what cars I'd like. But I was looking at a couple of things like Mazdas. There's a Mazda 6. Not everyone would be happy with that. I find that a decent enough car. Insanely cheap, you can get a few Mazdas. Certain Mazdas, like Mazda 6, you can get for
MX-5.
Now,
expensive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to drive that to your 25.
Yeah.
Sadly. But they're not exactly reliable. As Owen said before, I think he was talking about gaskets. They wouldn't last in it. And true, Mazdas don't exactly, I mean, they wouldn't be the most reliable as such either. Now, I've got a Ford Focus here. This would be something I'd be interested in. It's a 1.4 petrol, so it's not too bad. And the road tax is actually not too bad either. €385, not bad at all. But here's the issue. We have 235,000 kilometer mileage. And it's a 2007 Ford. Now, if I'm being honest with you, for my first car, it's definitely going to be under 2010. It's going to be older than 2010. I'd say probably 2007, more likely 2008. I couldn't see myself getting a newer car than that, unless I probably saved up a lot more. But I don't know. It's nice. It's petrol, and it's NCT till the end of March, or sorry, actually September. It runs perfectly. General reason for selling is it needs a bigger family car. Obviously, I'd get that checked out immediately and try and get the a car history check. It's important, and a quote from the insurance company. But I don't know. What's your opinions on that, Jamie? On
Yes.
on a Ford
Sorry,
Focus.
I zoned
7.7.
out there for a second. Yeah, Ford Focus are very good cars.
I think
I
it's
do like
reliable
them.
enough now, and there'd be quite an availability of parts as well. For
Yeah,
it
definitely.
Well, I
don't
want
know,
to
Isaac, what do you
interrupt. I want to interrupt you guys because we have had Owen in the chat to
let's
say
see.
that he has fallen asleep.
I know.
No, Owen, I need you to talk to Karen.
1980 saloons are king.
I was about
He's
to
right
say
though.
that.
He's right. He's right.
I
though.
have to say, yeah, Mercedes 90. I know he's going to say Volvo 240s and all that, but I think
Oh.
Mercedes 300e.
Hatchbacks.
I like hatchbacks.
Isaac, those Mercedes are stunning.
Yes.
Those Mercedes are. Oh my god. There's actually one for 10. Let me have a look at a couple of these.
What's this? The
saloons.
hearse one?
No, jeez, no. What are you talking about?
The
No,
hearse one?
we were looking at that. We were looking at some hearse
For a
for
camper
like
van.
grand. And I was like, you know what? I'd risk that for my first car. Imagine driving a hearse as your first car. Think of it. You could put so much in the back. You could hurl turf. You could hurl
Do you
school
know?
bag and everything.
I have to agree with you because I was actually looking at Mercedes. You know, like
Dishwashers.
the Mercedes E-Class funeral cars you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having a look to see how much they are, and they are about 10 grand, which I was very surprised to see. So, I mean, I honestly
Me
would.
and you just driving.
I would drive.
So
I
I
drive
think
a hearse,
it's
no
big
problem.
funeral going on.
Okay, guys, we've confirmed the best car to get for your starting car is not your hatchback. It's not your saloon.
It's a
your
hearse.
It's a hearse. Think about all the space in the back.
Imagine all the
You
shopping
could
you can get
convert
in
that
that.
into a caravan.
You could.
Oh, shopping!
You
My
can.
God.
Or if you went to France and got really cheap alcohol, you could buy so much and put it in the back. Think about it.
Oh man,
That's a lot of Ribena.
the amount of crates you'd get in there. Oh,
Just buy
Guinness, yes.
just buy a 1980 Ford F-150 or the equivalent for 10 grand. No, because we actually want to be able to go more than 10 miles before we break down.
F-150, did you say that?
He did.
or just down the petrol.
Oh.
You know, we want to be able to afford to fill the car up. That's the thing. You know what I mean? That thing will eat fuel.
I like F-150s, but not
Chevy.
1980s ones.
Oh no. There's some nice ones. I like the Ford Bronco. What do you think of the Ford Bronco?
Did you see the
Bronco-
new one? The new Ford Bronco?
I
really
have.
Like the look of it.
Yeah, it does look kind
I
of
think it's
quirky.
lovely. I think it's gorgeous. Actually, another term is electric. What happens in the electric area? We have electric Hummer, which is insane. I never expected GM to come out with this, but they've brought back Hummer from the dead with this
Well,
electric model.
I think they should have left them, to be completely honest with you. I think it's stupid the fact that they have an electric
Do you
Hummer.
not like Hummers?
I love Hummers, but I don't like them trying
An
to be all
electrical.
friendly with vegans.
I know. No leather.
But then again, is this Hummer or is this GM Motors? That's the
Hold
thing.
on.
I
Sorry.
think it's GM Motors.
Can I just... He said he's going to get breakfast and then be back. You said that about 2.5 hours ago. Let me actually have a look of when I texted you
Lies,
and said you were going to get
deception.
breakfast. Let me have a look. This was... I'm setting up a stream. That was at 20 to 3. It is now
God, the Discord's
25
been leaked.
to 5.
He's nocturnal.
He's nocturnal.
He's nocturnal. I have to agree with that.
Oh well, looks like our mechanic is not coming on for another few minutes, sadly.
Yeah.
Because great, because we could talk
I'd
about
like
the
to point
engines
out
and stuff
that-
for that.
I'd like to point out that a few car brands are back from the dead this year.
Oh yes.
As you
Please
said,
tell me.
Hummer, an electric one. They're trying to spice things up.
Yes.
Have
And
GM,
drum roll.
not GM. MG,
And also,
MG are back.
also Lancia.
Yeah.
Lancia are making a comeback
Lancia
this year.
back.
Well, yes, but they're not making exactly
Ooh.
brilliant cars.
Saab comes back.
Does anyone
I
remember
miss
the Lancia
Saab.
Stratus?
Yeah.
I love the
Saab,
Stratus.
Stratus is gorgeous. Or what was it?
Delta
What did they have?
Integrale
The
as well.
Delta.
Yeah, the Delta, the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was having a look at how much
That-
they are, and they're about 70 grand. It's ridiculous. You could buy a McLaren EP4-12C for that.
But it's the memory of that. It's.
Oh, yeah.
I would buy it. I would buy it. If I had the money, if I had like loads of money, I would buy the Delta.
Lancias are like Alfa Romeos. They're pretty to look at, and it's just as well because you'd be on the side of the road with the AA truck for quite a while.
You know what? I am glad the car I am most glad to be back into remanufacture this year. It is DMC12.
Yes, DeLorean.
AK, yes,
Yeah, let's see.
the classic DeLorean is back.
When is it being produced though? When's the new one being
When
produced?
is it?
That's the thing.
Is it
They're being
actually going into
manufactured this
production?
year. Yeah,
Are
it
they?
is.
Oh, right, okay.
There's been word that says that they're going in production with this.
They have.
Who are they back? It's a
It's
GM that's backing
GMC.
it.
Yeah, it's GMC. They're doing it. I'm pretty sure. And they have the concept car for the new sports one is obviously released, and they said they're gonna do a classic as well. It does look nice.
But they're going to break down. I know that the old ones are going to break down. They're
The
known
old ones
for-
were atrocious.
The old ones.
Stunning car.
Just
It's
a lovely thing to look at. Yeah, but hopefully this time around they put an actual okay engine in it.
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
Has
Perfect.
anyone ever seen the John DeLorean movie?
No.
No.
It's called Drive, I believe. I watched it there. It's about 2018 it was released. It was about, obviously, what went down and, you know, the notorious John DeLorean and his dodgy dealings. But at the end of the scene, your man gives the guy that works for the FBI the keys to a DeLorean. What happens? Turns on ignition. It doesn't start. How... It's not just brilliant, you know. Promoting DeLorean doesn't start. You only got the car, doesn't start.
I love that.
Oh.
That sums up DeLorean in a nutshell.
It does.
I do love the car design though.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
iconic.
it's gorgeous.
I have a from Back to oh my god, speak from Back to Future 2. I have like a model replica in my room, and then next to that is the Lego one, and then on my wall is the poster in Back to Future with the car.
Ah, brilliant.
So I do really like the car.
I
Even though
have.
it really just does not work as a car. Oh my
No.
god, my ears.
I
Someone
have.
just like cough on the mic.
I think so.
That hurt my ears.
What? Wait, did I cough? Did I?
Yeah, I
Something
think you
went
did.
like.
Coronavirus.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
I
gotta
actually
keep getting
have
mask on,
an
you know.
original.
DeLorean parked outside.
I do. I have a original DeLorean. I have I have
Knowing
a first
Isaac
edition.
himself.
I was in a DeLorean for the St. Patrick's Day parade. Fun
Were you?
fact. I was.
When was this?
Oh, this was like 2009?
2. What?
2? I wasn't even born then. Yeah, I have an original first edition of Back to the Future, the book, which I treasure very much.
Book? There's
The
a book?
Yeah.
I need the book now.
Go onto eBay, maybe you can get it.
Probably expensive, I'd imagine now.
Probably.
But worth it.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
So is Owen like doing anything right now, or?
I would love to know that same. I'd love to know the answer, but I don't know.
Speaking of, driving cars? Actually, me and Isaac have actually done this thing in England, in Surrey, Mercedes World.
Mercedes-Benz
Isaac, do you want to
Worlds.
explain? Exactly. Tell us a bit about it, because you've actually a bit more experience. You've done a lot more, especially at a young age.
Yeah.
So, what's your experience about it?
I started going there. I was taken to there by surprise on a holiday when I was 11.
Captured by the men in the van. And
I
shipped
was.
to England.
It was a Mercedes van as well.
Nigel.
But I went there when I was about 11, and I have not looked back since. basically it's under 17s driving, so you can do this. You drive anything. My first drive was actually the Mercedes SLK AMG, which was very, very special. But usually you drive the likes of Mercedes A classes, or I'm just having a look here of what my livery is. Yeah, you can drive B classes. Usually A and B classes are the main thing, but you can do anything in them. They basically teach you how to drive. In the UK, if you live in the UK, it does actually count towards your overall hours for your driving test, so your lessons. Over in Ireland, though, where I live, it doesn't. So I have done about 8 to 9 hours, and it doesn't count for anything. But it does mean when I do eventually take lessons, I need 12 lessons overall to be able to take a test over here, that I will know what I'm doing. So I'll be a much safer driver when I eventually go out into the road in a few years' time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for my, I did it quite actually later on. I did it at 15, and I did the A class and the 4x4 for like the package there. And honestly, the best thing going, you really got to know how to drive, and you got to experience the car. And it's a great way of promoting Mercedes to the younger class, the younger age of people, and it gives you a great idea.
Class.
The younger class.
Exactly.
First class.
That's the way to go.
I have to agree, though.
Yeah.
I have to agree. They did a stellar job. I mean, there's a museum there. There's simulators there. I did the off-roading as well. And actually, I want to go on to another topic about the off-roading a little later on. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed every single second going there. I think because it's invaluable, going behind the wheel of a car properly, getting lessons by an official instructor.
Exactly,
it's second to none. Second to none.
It's the professionalism that you will learn, and you will get the respect. You get the respect for the vehicle itself and the company, but you will learn valuable lessons in driving. And you like, do you remember when you stepped into that place, into Mercedes-Benz world, and just going, wow. It's absolutely amazing, that place.
I mean, when you drive, it wasn't even before you even go into the building. Okay, you drive down this big long lane, and it's kind of in an industrial park. Kind of. There's a hotel there. There's Logitech, or not Logitech. There's a TV company that has offices there. But you drive down, and it's beside the drag racing strip of Mercedes, where they have the ice flat. They have and it's amazing because you're hearing AMG V8 after AMG V8 after AMG V8. It's incredible, and you're looking at all these cars warming
amazing.
up. Then you actually get there, you park up, you have a look at the used car plot that's beside. Then you go in and you step inside and you see this massive gantry, and you have AMG branding. You have the only thing that I didn't like was seeing Lewis Hamilton plastered everywhere, but that's just me.
That's promotion. You gotta do that, like.
Yeah.
But what really got to me was what was, I think, a £2-3 million. Was it Mercedes SLS Gullwing?
Yes, it was the SL Gullwing. Yeah.
That is the most stunning thing, and you know what? I would go there primarily just to see that car. That was the cherry on the pie. If I'm being honest.
I didn't know cherries went on pies, but I mean,
cherry on the top.
Sorry, cherry on the top. Yeah,
you do you.
I got that
nice
mixed up.
save.
I mean, you can put a cherry on a cherry pie. Let's be honest. Come on, let's be clear about that. Come on.
Okay.
That's definitely going in the highlights if I'm making highlights.
Oh, God's sake.
I probably won't. I don't know. It takes way too long to do stream highlights.
It does, yeah.
Because I have to watch back the whole entire stream. Like 2.5 hours, and I still have half an hour left on that War Thunder one.
That was really
a
good.
lot of work, man.
It is a lot of work.
It was...
I don't know. Maybe we'll hop on War Thunder. Actually, what time is it now? It's 4:45. I don't know. Maybe I'll hop on War Thunder later on. Maybe when I'm done this.
I can't because I can tell you this story. Basically, I downloaded it because it was like 100 megabytes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it only took 20 seconds. And it was like, kind of, error, do it again. So I did it about 6 times. I was like, okay, it's complete now. I come home, and it wants a 40 gigabyte update, just out of nowhere.
Ooh.
So it wasn't very cash money.
So is that downloading now, is it?
No.
Oh.
Man's on 4 megabytes a second, man.
Oh, God.
And that's quite fast to me. That's
as fast as he can go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. But yeah. What is the next topic?
So I want to talk about that off-roading in Mercedes-Benz world.
Okay.
So I drove a Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Exactly same as me, yeah.
Yeah, and I drove it through about, and Nathan's well, drove through about 1.5 meters of water, about that.
Yeah, see that. And then there was also like a ridge as well, and a hill, a huge hill,
Massive hill.
which I kind of scraped the alloys at the end of it.
Do you think that is the least of their problems? They do that every single time.
You heard the crunch. You could hear the crunch from it.
Oh, you
the
cracked
scraping.
them.
And your man was like, just continue on, just continue on. And,
You know, oh yeah, I mean they'll get a new set of rims,
scraping.
no problem. Did you know those elephant steps where you had to line it up between the planks?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do that or did you fall off?
I just got that, yeah.
You fell off it, did you?
No, I was able to continue on.
I did a first try as well, yeah.
Thank God. I would have been,
So
a few words-
I'm imagining like these like two little beams you have to drive across, or you just fall into this big ravine of water. I assume it was probably nothing like that, but please describe. Was it like a foot?
Yes.
Drop or
No, so you
Was it
gradually went in to the water.
okay?
I have a video of it. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp at some stage if I can
Okay.
find it. But yeah, you gradually kind of go in, but it gets very, very, very deep. I mean, I think I had a look at the
Yeah.
watermark after. It was up to about the.
Headlights in there, I think. The grills, anyway.
Yeah, it didn't go in the grill,
Almost.
but it was pretty close to that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyway, what I want to talk about now is because that is an SUV. That is a proper SUV that can go off-road, can go anywhere, and it proven it to me. But what I want to talk about now is normal SUVs because I hate them with a passion. They are ridiculous. Let me
I don't know.
explain. Let me explain. I
Go on.
like, as I said, if you're living on a farm, that Mercedes GLC or a Mercedes ML or an X5 or your Sportage, fine. If you're living on the side of a mountain and the roads are bad, I get it. It works. All-wheel drive is fine. Grand. That is a proper SUV. Sports utility vehicle. Sports because, yeah, it's a little bit sporty, fine. Utility, it can do the shopping. It can, bring up farm equipment. And vehicle, it needs to be able to go off-road. What I don't like is people in suburbia, i.e. people in Dublin, who are in housing
Suburbia.
estates and normal roads, the nicest roads in Ireland, driving Nissan Qashqais, BMW X5s, Land Rovers, Range Rovers, Sportages, any of them, I think it's ridiculous.
Well, the one thing about let's say the Range Rovers or like let's say expensive SUVs, that's just purely to show off. I mean, if you're gonna have a Range Rover, you're gonna be to flex about it. Now, for next to the Nissan Qashqais and all that type of stuff, I think what people like the bigger cars because it's the space, especially in the back for shopping. I mean, if you're gonna go for saloon, won't be as good, man. And
I
the
get
towing
it.
power of most of these quite good. Apart from you got to go for a 4x4 if you want some
But
serious towing power.
if you are
Front wheel
towing
do it.
something, and by the way, all these people that have SUVs, in Dublin or anywhere, they're all front-wheel drive. So they don't go... Yeah, okay, you can do that. Sorry, I'm just talking to Mr. Owen. He's coming on now in a second.
We lost the flow there.
We did lose the flow there. They're all front-wheel drive. They can't tow anything, and they don't need to tow anything unless you're an actor in a caravan. And if anybody is watching that, I'm sorry, but it's true.
Isaac,
it's true.
You really shouldn't have fucking
If
did
you
that.
want, I won't put it in high eyes. If you want,
Oh, Isaac.
No, do you think anybody is watching? From now,
No,
I'm sorry.
That doesn't help in your future. If you let's say this blows up, they will find this. They will find it.
It's an hour long into the stream. Who's going to watch it this far? If anybody... Okay, right, hold on. Here's Mr. Owen.
Hand.
Hey, Owen. It should be fine though. It should be grand. Like.
Hello.
He said he's here. Is he?
Hello.
Travelers are a different ethnic group.
Hello.
Of humans.
Hello.
Anybody there?
No.
I can't hear him because we're using this chat, aren't we?
I
can hear him.
I can hear you.
I can hear him off Isaac.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably can't hear me.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What I want to say, okay, if I can remember, is that if you want something that has a lot of boot space that can carry dogs or pets because you need a hatch closing for that, you don't buy a gas guzzling stupid SUV. What you do is you buy an estate car.
What do you see for?
Okay, it's one thing. Okay, Owen, you go. Owen, you go. So actually, go for it, man. Can no one hear me?
Can you hear Nathan? Oh no, sorry, he can't hear you.
Let Owen speak first because he's only just got in. So let Owen speak and then.
Right, yeah, Owen, you go. Apparently we've lost Mr. Owen.
Do we not go?
Talk about what you're about to say there.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
It's me.
I don't think he can hear us very well.
Me, Mario.
I think...
Will
okay,
I
tell you
carry
what.
on then?
Mr. Owen,
Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
maybe you'll go on War Thunder very soon and call us there, because I don't think this is working out.
Okay. So wait, you want to use the War Thunder?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll text you when we're going on. Or you can just watch the stream and find out.
Okay.
Right. Bye now. Right, that didn't go very
Sadly,
well.
we lost Owen.
We lost him.
Owen. But the one thing about with the SUVs, right? Okay, I agree with you, and they shouldn't, especially when you're in the city. You don't need a 4x4 huge 3 litre. The Sportage, it's a 1.7 diesel, but it's fairly economic. I mean, mileage is good on it. It's about 40 to 50, I believe, but definitely 40 anyway miles to the gallon. With these type of ones, I think it's understandable for people to have them. And some people like the height in a car. And you know what? They have the option, if they were to go on rural ground, to have that car ready for them. And obviously trading some stuff. Yes, in urban areas, heavy ones. I mean, light SUVs, I'm happy with. I'm with you on the heavier ones. They're not necessary. But again, some people will like it, like the likes of a Rolls Royce. If you're in Britain, you're going to have fancier Bentley.
A Rolls Royce casually just drops in Rolls Royce.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I meant Bentley Bentayga. Yeah, Bentley Bentayga as well. The Rolls Royce.
Realistically, it's going to be a Porsche Jeep.
Oh, I hate those. No, I hate
know.
those, man.
Oh no, I like them.
We were going into town yesterday, and we seen this man driving an imported English one. It was a black.
The old ones.
No, it was about 10 years old looking, and it was kind of that Ferrari red, and it had a black racing stripe on it, and he just had his hand out the window waving at everyone.
Okay, yeah, this is
black
why rich
sunglasses.
This is why rich people shouldn't have nice cars, because that's ridiculous. Stupid.
I'm just not a fan of the Porsche SUV. Newer ones are like nicer, but I just don't like them. They just don't look like they should be higher up. They look like they're well too high up. for the grill for the bumper.
Okay.
I
What
don't know.
about
That's my opinion.
the Aston Martin
Okay.
DBX?
I need to check that.
You need to, I
I
think.
will see that. Let me see. Aston Martin DBX. Let's have a look at this. It's kind of the same situation in my opinion. Yeah, it's definitely nicer than the Porsche Jeeps, Porsche SUVs.
Mm.
Would I have it over would I have it over a Land Rover? I don't think so. I'd have the Land Rover over it. Believe it or not. I'd say it's got some acceleration though, I'd imagine.
Uh, kind of. It's not anything amazing though.
What's your opinions on it anyway? I'm not a fan,
I
really.
mean, there's the likes of the Lamborghini Urus, and there's the Aston DBX, and there's the Porsche. Ferrari are doing one now, and it is paining me to say that. Um, I don't.
I
I
like
don't.
the
Yeah, I
I like
think
the
they should be
Lamborghini Urus.
left to the German. I actually, yeah, I will admit, I do like the Urus, but I think the Germans, they do them well, they build them well. Range Rovers are the exception, fine, yeah, but I think big luxurious cars shouldn't exist. The Urus and the DBX and all them,
There's
there's
one
no
more. There's one
need
more.
for them. There's no need for them. How
True.
how many people, how many rich celebrities do you know live on a
I don't know
farm?
any rich celebrities.
Okay,
Well,
well,
no. Okay, there's a couple. There's a couple that have farms. Let's be honest.
yeah, there's a
I'd
couple that have
say,
farms. How many that actually live and work on them, and that need those
Um,
cars?
does Richard
um,
Hammond have a farm? He lives in a rural area. I don't think he's
Apart,
got a farm.
he
Jeremy
doesn't.
Clarkson,
Clarkson
uh,
does.
he has a
Yes.
farm.
Clarkson,
He
yeah.
attempts to work on the farm.
Okay, here's the thing though. Italians, I think, are doing a good job. Let's look at the
Oh, the
what was that?
Stelvio,
Oh,
the Alpha
yeah,
Stelvio.
but
I
there's
quite like the Stelvio actually.
what another one? What was it? What's the other? Oh, my head's gone blank. What
SUV
was
is
it?
it?
SUV, but name a few Italian sport car companies again.
It's the Maserati Levante,
Uh,
is it?
that's you've hit it on the spot. That car, I think, is gorgeous. You can't tell me it's not bad.
I saw one in England at a shopping kind of centre. I actually quite like it. I think it's a very, very nice car.
It is, and it's actually not a bad price range. The last time I saw it, I'll check again.
Well, I
Um,
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say good.
let's see. I want to see the price. I think it's like what? How much is it again? Like 80,000 something.
Maybe.
Yeah, but
Let's
okay.
have
So
a look.
77. The base model is about $77,000. So about 60 grand ish here. And about I'd say about the top model €75,000. I think it's stunning though. I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
I quite like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will agree.
but that's it. Apart from that and the Urus and Stelvio, there's not many other ones, mate. There's not really many other ones. I hate the Rolls Royce SUV with passion.
Oh, the
Rolls-Royce
the
have an
Cullinan,
SUV.
the Cullinan. Oh God. Yeah,
It's
that
just
thing
no.
is atrocious. It's diabolical.
Have I looked
Hang
at
on, I
it
need
now?
to see
Actually,
this. I need to see this.
have you seen it, Jamie?
No,
Livewire. It's
no, I
it's
have not.
not my fan. Not a fan of it at all. Oh, it's dreadful.
Yeah, it is utterly atrocious.
Rolls-Royce SUV.
How much is the price of that actually? It's about
Stupid amounts.
325.
Yeah.
I'd have the Bentley Bentayga over that any day.
Just buy a really nice old Merc with money left over. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've hit the nail on the head there. I'd agree.
What am I looking
And
at?
you still have a stunning car. You still have a stunning Bentley Bentayga.
The Bentayga, I don't know. Not a big fan of that either.
This looks like
I
someone
like
tried
that.
to
I like
draw
that.
a phantom from memory and just was a bit too big.
What was it? Livewire, if you look at the Bentley Bentayga and see what you think, what's your opinions on that car? Just look up there and see what you think.
You could drop a
What's
V8.
their price?
You could drop a V8 into it as well, because why not? No,
They look.
No. Oh, and no. Sorry.
They look alright. They look okay. Like, I wouldn't buy one, but they still look alright. And
V8 into oh no.
it's your V8, yeah.
I think the Bentayga is nice. What about old? What about if we go back to the old classic SUVs? The ones that are guzzlers.
Lamborghini LM002?
Oh, it's not like nearly armored or something, isn't it?
It is. It's practically armored, yeah.
Oh, do you know what I was looking on? Brabus armored cars.
Oh,
I had a good time on that website.
Oh no.
It seems as though the money is they like to add a lot of zeros to that price.
Do they? That's very surprising.
Yeah.
No
I
way.
know, right? I'm looking at like there's this armored car. It's about 850 grand.
Oh.
And that's just
GTA
base model.
prices.
No, that's for the G-Wagon. That's for the practically bog standard Brabus modification, if I'm not mistaken.
Imagine
I'll have to check that again.
an armoured
They do both.
VW bus. Armoured bus.
I actually no, Jamie. I actually saw one.
Yeah.
Not on Brabus's website. I looked up armoured cars. There's legit a bus.
Oh my god.
There's legit a bus. I need to see this. On sale. It's like a 90s bus. You know the one we'd get for rugby, and they're like, salmon hire.
Yeah.
And it's like an old knackered bus.
Yeah.
That type of thing, but armoured.
My god. I was
I think it was
expecting a double decker one. Just an armoured one.
That would work 100%. Yeah. You have like machine guns on the top deck, like fucking going down there, like aiming, right? Yeah. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
But
I know we're
no,
kind of
that's
going off topic, but like back to the SUV. Has anyone actually seen the MG SUV, the new one?
I have.
I haven't. So let me just look it up.
Here's
I like the grille. I like the front of it.
Yeah, it's kind of a rip-off of the Mercedes ones, but what more I don't like about the new MGs is that they're not actually MGs.
I know.
They're Chinese.
They're red and beige.
They're Chinese. They look it.
Yeah, they do. They do.
What's the price range for these? I'm assuming this is a.
I don't think they're
cheap
that
enough,
bad.
like.
I don't think they're that bad. They probably cost a lot here though.
Why have you?
It's Ireland. It's just expensive.
Owen sent me a Nissan Qashqai to 2016 from Dundeal. 13,300. No chance.
For 2016.
How much are they in Ireland?
13 to 18 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, that new MG. I think it's electric.
It is
32,000.
Oh, for a Chinese knockoff. No.
You're paying.
I just don't like the look
keep
of it,
in
man.
mind, about 25 grand is for the MG logo, and that's kind of it.
I'm quite happy with my Kia Sportage. Thank you.
Quite happy, yeah. Tesla Cybertruck. What's that going for these days?
Oh, actually, I do know somebody that's buying one.
Oh, could I meet them?
You do indeed. I know that.
You can. They're a very sound person. Anyway, guys.
Is it your father?
It is not. It's one of his mates, though.
Oh,
Speaking of which, it is now. I think we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, and an hour and 15 minutes later, it's done. The McLaren F1 GTR West livery.
Oh. That is gorgeous. That is nice.
if this is under 30 grand, it has to be bought, but it's not. It's going to be so much.
How much? Sorry, for what? For what?
The Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, it's way more than 30.
How much is it? Because it's just telling me to order it to like
50,000.
reveal its
About
price.
48 grand.
Oh, is it?
Upwards, I believe. Anyway. It's
I
around
like it.
that price.
It's
I
something
like
I
it
drive.
too. I think it's the quirkiness. It's kind of got to me. I'm like, yeah, that's actually nice.
Hold on 2 seconds.
It's like the
Back.
little runners.
I love the runners actually, yeah, and
love
you know
them.
you can get the Tesla ATV as well with it for like I think for a $5,000, $10,000. I think it's $5,000 option as well.
ATV. Wait, is the I seen this? I know it's just off topic, but like I know in Farming Simulator there's a Tesla like quad, and it looks like the Cybertruck.
God.
I
Yeah.
just hope
Oh,
it's
no,
real. Is it real? I need to see if it is. Tesla Cyber Quad.
It is real, yeah, yeah. It was released with it. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
was
on.
it?
It was
Oh, I didn't know that.
released with it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's it. I want that.
that was the option. Yeah, that was the option. That was with it. That's the ATV. I think Isaac is doing what looks like a Dodge Charger, or at one stage. I'm not sure if he's now.
I saw
Sorry,
a red
what?
Mustang in Mullingar yesterday.
Ooh, nice.
Are you doing a Dodge Charger, Isaac?
When?
I just saw a Charger there.
No, this is just the kind of background scapes.
Oh, okay.
Right, let's take my McLaren into a race. I tell you what, who's watching the stream right now? Any viewer?
Anyway.
Any viewer? What track should I pick? So I'll scroll down through them now.
Nevada one, probably, if it exists.
Well, there is actually one in Nevada, Willow Springs.
Oh, damn! Maybe do that one.
Okay. NASCAR. There is only one NASCAR track in this game, and it isn't even. Oh no, maybe it is real. I think it is actually real. But anyway.
NASCAR. Turn left for 2 hours.
Owen loves his NASCAR, and do you know what? I'm actually with him on that. I like NASCAR, believe it or not.
I like watching the crashes in NASCAR.
The crashes are fantastic. You know, it's a bit too simple though with the just go, you know, just turn left all the time. But I like the idea that you're going really fast and it's fast paced. V8 as Owen said.
Yeah.
It's tremendous power. Price of those yokes are actually like to buy them. Like the amount of money they put into those cars is unbelievable. It's Formula 1, but
it's stupid.
It's mad. As Owen said, crash equals amazing. I'm right. I'm with him there. Have you ever seen those crash videos? Oh,
yeah.
They just topple each other. It's just
on it's and so on satisfying.
All these cars.
I'm reporting
about 10 people dead.
We're
like
chat. Report for spam.
Oh,
Can
no,
he get
no.
like No, I won't. In case something actually happens. What's this say? €30,000 minimum spec.
Yeah, that's for the Tesla truck, he said. So he's actually looked it up there. That's not bad. What is your opinions on the Tesla Roadster? Does anyone, let's see.
Please stop spamming in chat.
Okay, I'm gonna report him now as well. That's it. Owen, you're a good man. What's your opinions on the Tesla Roadster and the Plaid Plus?
It's nice. It's in space, is it still?
What the... He said one in space, didn't he?
Is it still there?
I don't know. I'm trying to be the guy that would probably go up there and rob it. If I had the means to do
back. That. It'd be cheaper than buying a Tesla, definitely.
I like the Teslas. I'm definitely pro Tesla, especially with electric cars.
I do like them.
I think they're on their game with it. Not that I'd have one in America. I wouldn't have one in Europe because it's too early.
My neighbours own one and they're kind of disgusting. I don't like the look of them because I see them every day.
Owen's not a fan of electric. Of Tesla anyway. Like the sounds of it. I don't know if he's up for it. We gotta have some electric. We gotta have some of the new, man. Has to be done. I obviously like V8 engines too, but we've got to have some electric as well to just balance out. Sort of. That's what we have
Racing games. Hold X to go burr.
Okay, I will agree with Owen on that thing. That's what I'm worried about too. Electric cars are not easy to fix. You won't be able to fix them. No way yourself, and not by your standard mechanic. It's really
you're gonna have to do that
Tesla dealership. And that's actually with modern cars in general these days.
Yeah, true.
Garage.
and I hate that. I absolutely hate that when the third party dealer, like third party, garage can't actually fix the car because the system, the electronics won't allow you to. And the electric car won't do that either. You're going to have to bring it to the dealership. It's going to cost you a lot of money. I'm with you there, Owen. That's the only thing I don't like about that. But that in general is new cars.
Did you hear a thing? Oh my god, sorry, I slept like 4 hours last night. Did you hear the story in America about like people trying to like fix John Deere's? They're not allowed to fix them. Like
why?
The newer ones with computers and stuff.
I've seen that.
Yeah, they're not allowed to operate.
I just think they can't. They can't fix them. They're not meant to.
No, they can't. And when they try to, there's like a thing blocking them. Because there's some type of thing when they buy them. It's like you know when you buy a car, like that's your car.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you're just paying to operate our like thing.
PCP.
You don't own what's on the computer.
Paper finance. Yeah. Ah!
What happened?
I don't like this P1. What tire am I on?
Well, I think I had the actual stream pause.
I had to pause for like 27 minutes.
I wasn't sure what he was going about for a second. I was like, oh. Now
I'm still on the grey, the grey cars. Like, has everything been set to one bow or something?
Yeah. Well, Isaac, do you prefer? So you prefer obviously driving in third person. I like it in first person to drive. I always drive in first person.
I usually drive in first person. I've been driving in first person more now, but I want to get a feel for this car because I haven't ever driven it before.
I get you.
I'm currently driving in third person. That's because I'm trying to like maneuver a planter.
So is it, Jamie?
Yeah.
Talk about your Pajero actually.
Yes, that was another thing I wanted to get onto actually. Yeah.
I don't think I can drive it on the road because it's 30 years old next year.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drive a classic. Oh, it's year 25, over 25, which I actually found out a thing, which is disappointing. It's sad.
It doesn't look like a classic though.
Oh, it doesn't. I know. But
no, it's still nice looking though.
I'd fix it up, restore it, and then when you turn 25, definitely.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't look its age at all.
It's got power. It's a strong engine. What is it? 2 litre, isn't it?
I have no clue.
What's a Pajero have? Let's see.
Search up 1992 Pajero.
Scary, do you think the cars from 92 are classics now?
Yeah, I know.
So you're telling me in 10 years' time, sorry, 11 years' time, I'm going to be a classic. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Basically like a Ford Punto. I'm basically a Ford Punto or Mini. I'm a Mini Cooper. That's what I am. So that's my.
Did you say a Ford Punto?
A Ford Punto.
Have you ever seen a Ford Punto? Those are some yokes.
They're not made by Fiat.
They are.
Oh God!
I honestly thought you were being sarcastic, Nathan.
I thought I was having a stroke.
Oh, stop it! No. They are made by Fiat. Actually, sorry. Oh, I did a stupid thing there. Me being dumb here. Yeah, they're Fiat Punto. Oh my God! Why did I say Ford? Again, me being tired as well.
Right.
Ford Fiesta.
Are you thinking, or are you beside your PS4, Nathan? Or are you on your PS4?
I went back to the computer because I got to work on the phone. What you thinking anyway?
Well, I'm probably gonna go onto War Thunder so we can listen to Owen.
I can still try that. Like, I can just. You're obviously gonna go on game chat, I imagine, aren't you?
I am. I'm probably gonna do a few matches, so I was wondering if you want to go on or if you want to.
Oh
stay
no,
on.
I'm gonna be sent to the Nether realm.
I'll try do it on the PC. I will try it on game chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've got a better lot of stuff there anyway. Like I've got a Cromwell or something, and yeah, well, we can meet up at
Hey,
Owen and
before you
get
do
some
that,
going.
get the PewDiePie plane.
Actually, yeah. You sent me the link, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if I can get the PewDiePie playing first.
Can you only do that on PS
The
or on
decal.
PC? Can you?
I think so. Because when you go on the
Yeah.
link, it has bonus, and it's only showing up on the PC
Oh, and if I don't get that,
selection.
can you get it for yourself as well? So that I mean, if I don't get it on mine, at least someone will have it.
I
So
really
yeah,
want it, but I can't get it
one day, man, one day.
one day.
There's not a
You know
time
the
limit on
way,
this, is there?
you know the way his PewDiePie's Coco diss track got taken down. I just really hope he releases the jackets as merch. I really want to buy them jackets, the camo
Man,
one.
it would just cost a lot of money.
I'll pay anything for it. I just
I'm
really
betting
like the
it.
look of it.
Right. So, I think this is. Is this where we say goodbye to Mr. Livewire?
Oh, wait, hang
Ah,
on, I need
Jamie,
to get ready for
no.
this. Hang on, I need to prepare for this.
I think we all do.
I'm sure you could see if it would work. Maybe I'm not sure. Would you be able
Uh,
to still be on the chat? Maybe.
you can still go on the
Yeah, I can.
chat.
I think so.
Yeah. Aw. Oh wait, I'm beginning to get copyrighted. No! No, turn it off! No! No! No!
You see,
Dude,
if I was to do that on
what's
my, I'd forget completely. I'd forget
Base
completely.
boosted. Or just use base boosted. It's okay.
Yeah, true.
No, would that work? Actually, that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's distorted.
Discord, so we can be in this phone. I think we tried that with you, Owen, but I mean, we can
I can
try Discord.
try.
You can try Discord or WhatsApp.
Give WhatsApp. I don't mind.
why
Whatever
can't
one
there's no-
suits like.
Base boosted.
It's just to continue the conversation with Jamie as well.
Because I quite like. Yeah, I think this is good. Right, so I think I will only be able to hear. The stream will only be able to hear me for a few minutes, so I'm gonna go off
Okay.
now. And I'm gonna go into War Thunder.